Con 2015 with Tom, owner of Alcons Audio. And what is this demo here?
Well, we're demoing a number of things, but we just listened to the CRMS,
Which is
it's in a left. Although you see left, center, right, we just played it on a left and right configuration. And CRMS is a single 15 on the low end, and an 8-inch in a sealed box on the mid-range, and a RBN 401, that's a proprietary Alcons driver, Pro Ribbon driver, 4-inch on the top, on the 90 by 40 weight.
And over here we have a gentleman from Florida that drove to Orlando to listen to this, and he's an engineer and an audiophile. What would you say about the
CRMS is particularly the coherence of the upper cabinet between the ribbon and the mid-range driver is just phenomenal. The dispersion, the imaging, just an extremely clean sound.
Yeah, and funny thing, you see that there's three left. It's a left, center, right, and I was swearing that the left, center, right, when I was sitting in this chair, was on, and I walked straight on, and I was still hearing the center channel, and it was not until I got like 2.5 feet from the speaker that I said, "Oh my God, the speaker was off." We're just listening to stereo.
It's an important part.
And that's the dispersion angle that is doing that.
Yeah. So we very brief explanation. With this technology, you have a ribbon diaphragm, and it has a voice coil, but the voice coil is flat. So basically, you have a left and a right exit because the voice coil is flat.
Mm-hmm.
You have a left and a right exit. And typically, if you're on axis with two sources doing the same thing, it's all good. But if you go off axis, one arrives earlier than the other one,
Right.
and then they cancel out. So typically with this technology, manufacturers state that it's like 120 degrees, but they don't state at what frequency. And typically that's at 1 kilohertz, 2 kilohertz. It's easy to get 120, 100, or 140 degrees.
But not at 20.
But the problem is, as soon as you go up in the frequencies, and especially in the frequencies where there's a lot of imaging happening, so that the 10K and above, it narrows down to probably about 20 degrees horizontally. So that's 10 degrees off axis.
That's
so
what we're listening.
You hear a lot of mid-range if you're off axis, or basically you're standing on axis of the left channel, off axis of the right channel, and you basically hear the mid and the high of the on-axis channel, but you only hear the mid-range of the off-axis channel. So a lot of imaging is gone, and we have a patent on this coverage pattern. So if we state it's 90 degrees, and it's 90 degrees from 1K to all the way up to 20K, and there's no destructive interference between the two sources, and that's pivotal. If you look at average ribbon technology, that's the pure ribbon technology. That's only the single diaphragm solution that has been around.
The Chinese?
Well, it has been around for 50 years, and that's what people refer to as ribbon technology. And that doesn't have a voice coil. And the problem with that technology is that poor power handling and the poor efficiency, and also the impedance needs to have a step-up transformer to get into a proper region where a transistor amp can run the speaker to begin with. So as soon as you go to higher outputs with ribbon or pro ribbon technology, you need to have a voice coil. As soon as you enter the voice coil into the play, you get this issue in the horizontal plane of coverage. And we solved that, and that's the reason why what you experience, even if you're off axis of both channels, you still have this idea of a center channel, which is stereo. So,
fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you very much.
Remember you mentioned the ribbon. Eden said, remember when Apogees first came out?
Yeah.
You know, Prell basically designed the D'Agostino you're talking about.
Yeah.
You could arc weld with that amp.
Yeah.
Which it needed, because the freaking loads it was throwing at it was just insane.
Yeah.
I remember that.
It was funny that many years ago, before that was right after L Acoustics came out with LV DOS.